Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this absolutely beautiful 2017 BMW M2. One amazing performance automobile. This one is a local Clean Carfax vehicle. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. Only 10,813 miles. If you've seen some of my other videos, you can see that we do get a lot of vehicles from Tesla. Tesla only sells used Teslas, so any off-brand vehicles that they've taken on trade, they make them available for car dealerships like us to buy. And I can tell you, we get some of our nicest pre-owned vehicles from Tesla, some of our nicest off-brand pre-owned vehicles, all sorts of things, Mercedes G-classes, Porsches, Mercedes, this beautiful BMW. Generally, people who buy Teslas, let's be real here, you know, Teslas aren't cheap, especially the Model S and Model X. So generally, people who buy Teslas are affluent. Affluent people generally have nice things, and they generally take really good care of their things. And I think this thing was well cared for. And also, if you have a lot of money, you can afford to buy something like this and trade it in, you know, and take the financial hit without too much pain, like more common people that don't have all that money. But if you're looking for a nice BMW M2, this is a great one to consider. Local Clean Carfax, 10,000 miles. We also have the original build sheet on it. $55,725 original MSRP. This has a beautiful shade of black sapphire metallic. That was a $700 premium for that color. It also has the executive package, a $1,400 option giving you a heated steering wheel, rear view camera, park distance control, automatic high beams, active driving assistant, wireless charging, Wi-Fi hotspot, and speed limit info. It also has Apple CarPlay compatibility, $300 option. The black kidney grills was a $400 option, and the black side grills, that was a $230 option. Of course, we can print you out a copy or email you one if you want to peruse that yourself. Beautiful condition inside and out. I'm a big car enthusiast, especially manual transmission cars. Actually, this is the only reason why I bought this car. When I buy vehicles, performance cars like this, I try to get them with manual transmissions because I know a lot of hardcore enthusiasts, that's the only way they would own a car like this. Me, you know, I have a manual transmission daily driver, a G35 6-speed sedan. I love 6-speed gearboxes. I understand some people might have reasons why they can't drive a 6-speed manual. You know, maybe they don't know how to, but that's really no excuse because it's easy to learn. Of course, if you have a disability that prevents you from shifting gears or using a clutch, I can understand, but other than that, no one else really has an excuse to get this with the DCT transmission, which is good, but there's no duplication for an amazing manual gearbox. BMW's 6-speed manual, it's one of the best in the business. I had a chance to drive this from the auction where we picked this up from Tesla. My first time driving one of these things, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm a little bit Infiniti biased. I've been with Infiniti retailers for about 15 years. I own a Infiniti G35 6MT, but man, this car is amazing. It kind of reminds me, it's like the spiritual successor to the E36 or E46 BMW M3. When I first started falling in love with cars in the 90s, you know, the E36 M3 was really the cat's meow. I had a poster of it in my room, and as nice as the new M3 and the M4 is, it's grown in size, it's large. This thing is just so small, it feels like it doesn't feel large and unwieldy. It feels like you can just toss it around. The performance feels really accessible. To me, I have a lot more fun driving this than the bigger, newer M3 and M4, and that's why I think it really truly is more of a M3 than the M3 and M4, because they've gotten bigger and larger and away from their, you know, the true performance car driving aspect. Really beautiful color combination. You can see this thing absolutely has monstrous brakes. You could drive this all day long on a racetrack, probably with very little brake fade. And then you have these really wide and sticky tires on a vehicle that's not that large. The twin power turbo engine makes 365 horsepower. And again, not a very heavy car. This thing's an absolute rocket ship. And even though it's turbocharged, you really can't hear the turbo at all. Doesn't feel like there's any turbo lag that I could see. It just takes off. You have a lot of low end power. And on top of that, the engine sounds amazing. You have a drive mode selector too that makes changes to throttle sensitivity, transmission shift points. It also might actually make some changes to the way the exhaust sounds as well. And it's just an amazing vehicle to drive. Of course, we find this inline 6 in many BMW products. This one's tuned to make about 365 horsepower. Really is plenty of power. I don't think a vehicle this size of rear-wheel drive could really use more power. You have a hard time putting it to the ground. I was driving in the wet and I was slipping and sliding and breaking the rear wheels loose pretty easily with just that 365 horsepower. Xenon lights provide outstanding at nighttime visibility. If you happen to be an out-of-state customer and really love this M2, we have a very big pre-owned business. We sell vehicles out of state on a regular basis. We can arrange shipping just about anywhere in the country. Contact us for more information. And generally, if you're an out-of-state customer, you're going to pay sales tax, if applicable, on where you live, not in Washington, and you can contact us for more details. We can also assist you with getting the vehicle licensed and registered in your home state as well. This M2 is also backed by a 5-day 100% money-back guarantee. If you're looking for the ultimate driving machine, I think this is probably as close as you can get for a modern-day BMW. I'm very impressed by it. Being around cars all the time, I can be a little bit jaded. Sometimes, especially all these beautiful luxury cars that we have and sports cars at Infiniti Tacoma, I can kind of be a little bit desensitized, but this car just awakens your senses. I'm absolutely in love with it. If I could afford, I had the financial means and didn't have a little baby on the way and a 2-year-old and a house and all sorts of bills, if I was had the financial means to buy this, or if I was single, I would plop my credit card right down as a down payment and sign up to buy this thing. It really is a true driver's machine, very impressive, and you can watch hundreds of my videos, and I say a lot of good things about cars, but you rarely see me love as much praise in a car like this. A+ BMW for making the M2. I'm sure it has some drawbacks. It's a little bit smaller than the M3 and M4. It's not as spacious, you're a little bit cramped, but that's also a positive because that small size also makes it feel a lot more nimble and that performance a lot more accessible and a lot more fun to drive. Thanks for watching this video, and we hope to see you soon.